Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, you're missing out on insanely useful information that is beyond the general sleep well and eat good advice. So if you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe. Now, coming back to the video, moving has always been the first thing to improve your looks. But factually, moving only works if your face is still developing and you're in your puberty. There is something else that will work for you better than moving does if you're over 18 or even if you're still going through puberty. Once you're post puberty, there is a very low chance moving does anything well for you in terms of facial attractiveness. There is a bone in your upper jaw called the maxilla. The maxilla has a crack in it that suggests it can be widened, expands it, leading to a more attractive and uniform look. There is a faster approach to moving. Moving will have you in 2 years. A pallet expander can do in 6 months. Now, the good thing about a pallet expander is that you can do it in any age, even after 18. No one understands that the reason they have trouble breathing through the nose is due to a narrow palate. When you have crowded teeth, most dentists end up hopping you on braces and forcing your teeth to be in positions they have to be in. But that's not a natural way. Overcrowding of the teeth in your upper jaw means they don't have enough space to get into their places. So a smart dentist would get you into something called a palate expander. A palate expander is a device which is very cheap, mostly as compared to treatments like braces, and it widens your upper jaw, also known as your maxilla. So by expanding your palate with a palate expander, you can expect forward growth, and don't worry if your lip feels sunken in during the process. It's totally normal. The maxilla goes forward in the end of the process. And the second benefit is increased interoral volume, so more room for your tongue to come up on the roof of your mouth. So, for example, if you're resting your tongue on the roof of your mouth, it won't look weird as if you're pushing your lower jaw out. Increased AV volume, a lot of benefits of it. You won't have sleep apnea and trouble sleeping, and you sleep better, and better breathing, and better stamina and endurance. And then it's a better arc, a bigger arc. So you will definitely notice quite prominent cheekbones if you didn't had much cheekbone projections before the maxillary expansion. So it definitely contributes a lot to the aesthetics aspect. Now, some of you might have problems with your lower jaw, also known as the mandible, and you might have an underbite because of the lower jaw development. So your question would be, how do I fix that? So there's something called the mandible expanders, but they are still being researched and are very new into the market and into the medical field. But if the maxilla can be expanded, why can't the mandible be expanded the same way? Well, as I explained in the beginning of the video, that our maxilla is made up of two bones, separated with a line, but our mandible bone just made up of one single bone. So expanding the mandible would require a very different approach as compared to using a palate expander just to create space between two bones.